The hidden side of Gigi Murin, the most chaotic VTuber. This is going to be interesting. There's, of course, more depth to Gigi than they first appear, but that memester persona cannot fool me. I know she's wholehearted and also very comedic. So we got a Rima Evenstar video. Shout out to Rima. It's been a long time since we checked out this side of the internet. So we're gonna be learning some VTube history, holo history, and getting a historical look from Rima, somebody that's done a lot of VTube history, retrospective type of content during their amazing career. So let's go ahead and check out the hidden side of Gigi Murin by Rima Evenstar.
Most chaotic VTuber is Gigi Murin. Woo!
Congrats on the most chaotic VTuber. Thanks, but I'm not chaotic.
Bro, like Gigi versus Pippa, I ain't gonna lie, that's a pretty tough battle.
Got it. I'm very calm and demure and polite and rational and level-headed and reserved.
Who is she talking
and
about?
Mindful.
Who is she talking about?
Gigi.
Shit yourself! Shit yourself! Get up!
Where did you come from? So many of you. Like 15 of you.
God.
What are you singing about? About me? Gigi Murin.
I can save the day through the power of these children singing for me. I can do anything. I can do it all.
Through the power of interpretive dance. That is the only way we can destroy a dragon because it has not been taking any physical damage. So,
Damn.
the best way to defeat this dragon is through mental damage.
Oh, I'm feeling the effects of the...
Why teach man cook and he... Teach a man to cook and cook good, not good. He
What?
died, starve. Teach man fish, not starve. Cook and fish, starve, not. Boats binted? Boats go binted? Boat goes binted?
That is Gigi Murin. Gigi is out of pocket.
Did Rima get a buff? That looks like a buff.
G-Pain, do you really think cereal is
G-Pain.
soup?
How am I supposed to look in your eyes when I want to get in between your thighs?
Oh my gosh.
That did not answer the question.
Out of control.
Gigi, you have been very aggressive.
I'm not aggressive!
Sheesh.
Frankly, whimsical.
Waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my ass and I slap my nuts.
Okay, but real talk. Are you
Bars.
ever just lying in bed at 3 a.m., broke, tired, and scrolling through gacha pulls you can't afford? Because, same. Some days I just
Can't
wanna
relate,
rot,
but
binge anime and
let me
play
hear
games
it.
on my phone without doing a single productive things. So when I found out there is an app that literally pays you for playing mobile games, I was like, oh,
Hold on. An app that pays you to play games. I gotta hear this bullshit.
alright. This is the final boss of
It don't-
making
it don't
money
sound
through
legit,
pure
but let's hear it,
laziness.
let's hear it.
It's called Cash Giraffe, and it's
Let me hear
completely
this.
free. You just download it with no credit card, no shady pop-ups, no sign your soul away contract, and you pick a game from their list and start earning gems automatically as you play and level up. Those gems can be cashed out for PayPal, Amazon gifts, or coupons from brands you actually use. All you need is your email to redeem them. I played Monopoly Go
What is the catch, bro?
for a few hours and earned 3,439 gems, which
Okay.
I then withdrew to PayPal. And the way it
30
works
cents.
is honestly kind of genius. You play the games, Cash Giraffe partners with developers who want more players, and the company earns a small commission for bringing you in. That money loops right back to you as rewards, and everyone
Commission
wins.
based.
The devs get players, the company grows, and you get paid to procrastinate. There's no ads, no fees, and they have already paid out over 10 million USD every year. Plus, there are daily and weekend promos where you can rack up extra gems just by logging in. So
Hey man, whoever has used this, let me know in the comments below what's been your experience so far.
So, if you want to turn your gaming addiction into passive income, download Cash Giraffe by scanning the QR code or using my link at the very top of the description. Signing up with my link gets you up to 3,999 bonus gems to start playing games to earn real rewards. App available now on both iOS and Google Play. Now back to the video. But wait,
what an ad.
I need to go back because Gigi's journey didn't start with this chaos. It started with a dream, inspired by cute anime girls. Our story begins 4 years ago. Like so many others, the future Gigi Murin was just another hopeful creator feeling trapped, wasting away in a voice call, and then, in a flash, everything changed. In her own words, cute girls were on my screen? That was the moment the dream was forged. But the path from fan to star is brutally competitive. She didn't just apply to Hololive once or twice. Gigi Murin applied to join the agency 4 separate times.
4 is honestly not that bad.
I auditioned 4 times.
That's not that bad.
I always had a dream, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep going.
This was one of Gigi's biggest strengths, living up to being the relentless chaser of Hololive justice. She developed a very powerful mindset, a philosophy she calls being delusional.
I think you have to be delusional.
You have to be.
Think, like,
yeah.
I'm the best person in the world. You have to fake that confidence. Fake it until you make it.
Yeah. Like that's actually real. In psychology, it's beyond just faking it until you make it. It's actually embodying that person that you want to be, and you just move in that progress, and then you actually become it. Yeah, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you have to believe it before anybody else does. If nobody else believes it, it don't matter. You gotta believe it. So believe in yourself. Keep going, keep grinding, keep striving, keep becoming the best ultimate version of yourself. It's your boy KhunShawn. Hit the like button. Certified life coach.
Delusional confidence. The belief that if you just keep going, eventually you'll break through. It's a principle she applies with the same relentless energy, whether she's auditioning for a multi-billion-dollar corporation or raising up her friends.
The way you were talking to me, I could tell that you wanted me.
Are you mentally ill then?
Are you mentally ill? Yes. Of course.
This history of persistence and delusion is the foundation. Her explosive debut wasn't an accident, it was earned. And on June 21st, 2024, it was finally time for the world to meet the Gremlin genius. Going into
the
June
Grim
21st,
Reaper, you could say.
Expectations were specific. People saw the design, the fangs, the hood, and expected a chaotic, thoughtless gremlin, a Kuzogaki who acts on pure impulse. But when the stream actually started, the first thing we saw wasn't chaos. It was this: a beautifully animated, somber, and surprisingly thought-provoking story. It was artistic, it was heavy, and it left the audience asking, wait, is this the Gremlin? This video left an impact on viewers, and the comments are full of people making theories. But looking back, there was a lot more hiding in that video than we ever realized. And then the Gremlin arrived. 120,000 people watching. High energy, loud, and unapologetically scuffed. She laid her cards on the table immediately. Not with a standard bio, but a D&D character sheet. Intelligence 8 and dexterity 20. It was a promise. I might not think things through, but I will act fast. And act fast she did. Instead of a safe standard debut, she took a risk. She tried to run a live choose your own adventure game with chat, which with 120,000 people went about as smoothly as you'd expect. It was messy. It broke a little, but it was fresh. It showed that even on day 1, she was willing to push the medium to entertain us. And tucked away in that chaotic segment with this little guy, a quirkily drawn wizard, a throwaway gag.
He was not a throwaway gag.
Or so we thought. But while we were enjoying this chaotic breath of fresh air, Gigi was fighting a battle with her impulsive thoughts. She was nervous, she was filtered, and yet she was so much fun. And by the end of it, the viewers had quite the roller coaster. From the haunting beauty of her lore video to the explosive chaos of her debut, Gigi didn't just subvert expectation, she shattered them. And hidden in that madness, clues about where her story was headed next. A very specific and controlled kind of chaos was emerging. We've already seen Gigi
Chaos
as a solo
control.
act, but if you really want to see her shine, put her next to someone else. Her real strength
Put her next to someone normal.
is in the back and forth. She
Bro.
knows exactly how to bounce off people, push their
Oh my
buttons, and
God.
somehow still come off as the innocent one. Basically, she plays dumb
How'd that
on
work?
purpose. Gigi is also really good at first impressions. She always says why she's shy, which is funny because the second she starts talking, it's like she's known you for years. She breaks the ice instantly that way. And it's one of the reasons her collabs always stand out. The energy shifts
hit
the
me.
second she enters the room.
Lifts up your skirt.
Oh my god, no wonder your mom.
Please, give me another chance! Give me a chance, please!
Okay, make it up. Give me an argument.
God.
Mwah.
Oh my gosh.
What they call edging?
Kneel down, Gigi.
W collabs with oh hell.
Oh, you freak.
Whose oh she is this?
Time to
You
come out.
freak.
I'm in love with you.
Oh brother.
And nowhere is that clearer than with her genmate Cecilia Immergreen. Cici will start a bit, she'll get into character, maybe go a little theatrical, and Gigi doesn't just follow along, she amplifies it. She turns the dial way past 10. The result is this rolling wave of gremlin energy that somehow works because Gigi knows how to bounce off people without stealing the spotlight. Gigi plays the role of the shameless gremlin, and Cici plays
shameless
some kind
gremlin.
of exhausted and exasperated straight man. Except they're both the wild cards when it matters.
Cece is strange too. Yeah.
Want one?
Oh, that looks so good. I've never had one before.
Here you go. The friendly horse when you finish.
The friendly
It's a
horror is
dynamic
crazy.
built on foundation of such deep, genuine trust that it allows for moments that would be career-ending for anyone else. From bizarre physical comedy to reading some of the internet's most cursed lore, all while maintaining that chaotic but good energy that she's so good at balancing.
There's this guy who broke both his arms, and then he posted an AMA
Ask
on
me
Reddit
anything.
that got
I broke my
verified
arms.
by the moderators.
Okay.
Where he was like, I broke both my arms and began a sexual relationship with my mom.
What the hell? Huh? Bro, like, huh? Huh?
What?
Huh?
When Gigi sets her sight on someone like Crony, it's a different vibe. This
Yes.
isn't about teaming up
My waifu.
anymore. It's just about
It's
poking
harassment.
the bear. Gigi doesn't just want a partner. She also wants a reaction from her. So what happens when the irresistible force of Gigi's chaos meets the immovable object of Crony's perfectionism? It becomes a different kind of alchemy.
My
It's a
favorite-
role she embraces with glee. She admits it's a conscious choice. With Crony, it's basically ADHD meets OCD. Gigi's just out there trolling her non-stop, trying to get Crony to crack, and it
It
works.
never
The
it never ceases to amaze me. Whenever Crony is with anyone, it always turns very strange. Right? With Crony and Kayla. It's so strange. It's like their dynamic is like it's like a weird lesbian relationship. But then when Gigi comes along, it's like it's like lesbian on one side and Crony just getting harassed, bro. It's crazy.
awkward energy between them is so funny because you can tell Crony is trying to stay composed while Gigi's just poking her like, what if I said something completely unhinged right now?
I feel like we've talked enough that I understand her, that
Oh,
I
brother.
want to push her buttons.
And push them she does. Crony's known
She
for being
absolutely
cool
does.
and composed, but Gigi's entire mission is to break that calm, to drag her into her chaos. The result?
It works.
Some of the most gloriously awkward moments in Hololive.
Why
That's
are we
an
getting
understatement.
married?
I feel like it would help
I
your
was getting
relationship.
signals. Yeah.
What signal?
You were giving me signals the way you were talking to me. I
Bro, this shit would get someone fired, bro.
could tell that you wanted to. What?
I was getting
Yeah,
sick.
I walk in, you say, good
Hell
morning,
nah.
and then
Ew,
when
nah.
I clean up for the night, you say, see you tomorrow.
red.
You know that you want me.
Are you mentally ill? That is like
Yes.
yandere kind of plot.
I can tell. Now you're being a tsundere.
Help, help, help.
Help.
What do you need help with? Burgers? I can help you with that. Wraps my arm around your waist.
to help you make the burgers.
Please, God help. But this isn't just a crony thing.
Hell nah.
This is how Gigi operates across the board. She finds the line, walks right up to it.
It's everybody.
And
Everybody gets
sometimes
harassed.
tiptoes over. And
Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah.
very aware of it.
No,
Oh my god, what are you doing?
Touches your hand. Oh, so sorry.
No, no.
She openly admitted that she constantly is on the verge of getting bonked by Hololive staff because of how unfiltered she is. And somehow,
I wouldn't doubt it, bro.
that just makes the whole thing even funnier.
Do I get bonked sometimes? I'm knocking on wood. I don't know if it's Manny-chan just not telling me because like it's a little thing that they don't tell me, but I have not been bonked yet.
Gigi
Not
lives on
officially.
the edge and she thrives there. And then there's Mori. This one's different. Gigi treats
My
her
other
like a
favorite.
long-term project. It's a full-on Manzai routine.
Long?
That classic Japanese
What Manzai, a Japanese comedy duo style where a Boke, the fool, and a Tsukomi, the straight man who reacts or scolds.
comedy style where one person plays the fool and the other stuck reacting to it. Gigi's the
Stuck
loud,
reacting to it
unpredictable
is crazy.
gremlin. And Callie, she's the serious one just trying to survive. Gigi has two main modes with her. The first is full-on Briz, confident, unhinged, relentless.
Oh my gosh! Look at her butt! Yeah? Boy Climby loves this fat ass!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And the second,
gosh.
quietly dropping the most cursed off-topping things imaginable just to watch Callie's brain short circuit.
Rusted key.
The key.
Would she rest on my key until I'm rusted key?
Oh my god. Sometimes you say things where it's just, I just don't know what you mean.
I don't either.
When she Mori on my Calliope until I'm Mori.
Oh my god!
And with Mori Calliope, it was a two-pronged attack. First, the iconic boat goes binted meme that escaped containment, born while directly harassing Mori in Minecraft.
And where the hell my boats go? Boats binted? Boat go binted? Boat goes binted? Boat goes binted!
Somebody help
Boat
Maury.
goes binted, Mori Calliope!
Someone
And
help.
second,
Help.
a relentless,
Help.
almost fanatical obsession with two things. Screaming Mori Calliope's
things.
full name.
Someone help me! I don't know how to jump! Mori Calliope! Give me a hand! Mori Calliope, I'm drowning! Mori Calliope! She's flashing me! While I'm dying? There's a better time for that!
Hey! Listen to me. You made me watch Dancing Fruits on TV.
I liked it.
You made me
You
dance
liked
next
it.
to horses.
I liked that.
I like
Fuck
that.
you.
Wait, we can talk about it. Mori Calliope, wait!
Die,
wait,
idiot.
wait. Mori Calliope!
I'm not shady, Alexander.
More
I'm
Calliope.
shady.
More Calliope.
I'm Slim Shady, not her.
More Calliope.
I'm Slim
Please stand
Shady
up.
right now.
Please.
They did a Eminem freaking well, I mean, I at that point it was just as whatever. It was random.
More Calliope!
What the hell?
Wow, you got some pretty singing voice, Gigi.
Thank you, More
That
Calliope.
was beautiful.
You're my idol.
Oh, whoa,
Bro, I know someone's in the chat like it should have been me. It should have been me kissing out Maury Calliope.
And convincing her to play League of Legends.
Huh?
Playing League, Gigi. What's that about, huh?
Really?
Let's
Really?
No.
Really?
please play with us.
Really?
Please.
No.
Why?
I don't want to.
Please play League of Legends.
Callie once mentioned in the stream that she didn't even really like her name at first, that Mori Calliope felt kind of cringy. So what did Gigi do? She decided to make it a bit. Says her full name in the most dramatic, over-the-top way
Calliope.
possible. Every single
Maury
time.
Calliope.
Mori Calliope! Everyone,
Mori Calliope!
when you see her, everyone make sure to say, Mori Calliope! I talked about this very briefly on stream once, but I have to like physically stop myself from saying Mori Calliope out loud in public.
Maury Calliope.
Mori Calliope!
You're my goat, Gigi, that's for sure.
Oh, really?
You're my goat. Okay, alright.
Until now, whenever Callie hears her own name, she hears it in
Gigi.
Gigi's voice.
Yes.
And somehow, now, she actually likes it.
For the past 3 years or so before Justice debuted, I kind of hated the way that Mori Calliope sounded. Like every time I heard it, I just like kind of cringed and like felt self-loathing. But then
For 3 years you put up with that?
Gigi entered Hololive, and now I kind of like it when I hear people go, "Is that Mori Calliope?" Now I smile whenever I hear my own name. Or like read it from a fan or someone online. I feel a lot happier.
So this is something that at first
For
just
3
seemed
years.
like another Gigi gag. But over time, something changed. Behind all the noise and all her chaos, a real friendship was forming. What looked like trolling.
Here, everyone, Mori Calliope is rapping about getting everyone wet.
What? Why?
She is.
You?
Here, let me explain the lyric.
Turned into one of the most unexpectedly wholesome pairing in Hololive. It wasn't just a meme
Crazy
anymore.
how that worked.
It became a story, and an inspirational one at that. So we've seen how Gigi earned her most chaotic title, but no single event cemented that legend more than what fans call the September
Nintendo Fan
21st
64.
incident. It's the ultimate proof of her iron will and a masterclass in high effort absurdity. On September 21st, 2024, she undertook a monumental challenge, singing Earth, Wind, and Fire September on a loop for 8 consecutive hours.
I remember this.
You cannot make this up.
Yeah,
And the
no,
stream
that's crazy.
being unarchived immediately elevated it
course.
from a simple VOD to a mythical status.
Yeah,
It's sort of
you
like
missed
you
it.
had to be
You had
there
to be
kind of
there.
event,
You
or
had
you just
to.
won't get it.
Yeah.
Happy September 21st, everyone! Do you remember the 21st night of September? Do you remember the 21st night of September? Do you remember the 21st night?
Bro, I can only imagine after she did this stream that song was literally stuck in her head for a month. It had to.
Of September.
It had to.
What do you share today? Ba-doo-da, 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 ba-doo-da.
G-Pain is back.
But this wasn't just a simple gag. Fans who were there noted the
Oh my
immense
gosh.
psychological toll.
Yeah. Bro, let me read that.
There noted
The first 30 minutes out of curiosity, she was singing September, and I thought, oh, it's a funny bit, I guess. I'll keep it in the background for a while. Then the first hour passed, I thought, wow, she's really committed. Then the second hour passed, I so much concerned the Gremlin is my wall radiating brain rot. Third September goes by, my thoughts are becoming muffled. All I can hear is that voice whispering to me the forbidden question. The fourth, why? The fourth remember goes by. Yes, I do remember. I remember vividly. Gigi, please stop. I don't think I'll be able to forget, even if I wanted to. The fifth crazy goes by crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in the shoebox. A shoebox on September. A shoebox on 21st of September. And 21st September makes me crazy. Oh, man. September 21, 2026 is going to be crazier than that. Just you wait.
immense psychological toll.
Hold in hand with your heart to see you. Only blue fucking love, remember?
Beneath the surface of the joke was a grueling, high-effort production by Gigi, and Gigi herself later confirmed this.
Everything was done last second. Now this is what I call
On the
art.
20th?
This is performance art.
A
Yeah,
legend
it was.
then born, and like all great legends, it
They must
demanded
die. Oh.
a sequel.
Oh,
but what
wait.
happened
Legends
on
never
September
die.
21st, 2025 was different. It was no longer a solo descent into madness, it had become a pilgrimage. And this
A
time,
pilgrimage
the
is
community
crazy.
wasn't just watching, they were participating. The
Oh.
stream had evolved into a full-blown festival, complete with detailed set list and fellow Hololive members flooding her chat and cheering Gigi on, until eventually the barrier broke entirely.
Oh man, I can't believe it's over. Thank God. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call.
Hi, it's me. I'm currently calling you from
Make sure
the
you're
hotel
okay.
room, so
Oh.
this is what you're getting. Take it away.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember?
This is the evolution of the Gremlin genius that we love. What started as a solo act of willpower had become a gravitational force, a movement that her friends and community now eagerly joined. She doesn't just create chaos, she creates a space where others feels welcome to be chaotic with her. That's kind of
join her
thing,
world.
though. She's like the class clown, not the annoying one, but the one where if they were in your class, you knew it was gonna be a good time. And
Those are the ones whenever they're gone for that day and the whole class is just so bored, like, damn, where's Jake at? Where's Jake, man? Bro, if Jake was here, bro, everybody be laughing, man. Where's Jake?
That's how it feels to be in a collab with her. That's how it feels to watch her. Even when she's dealing with a language barrier, like in that Japanese collab where they were solving a puzzle, she couldn't really communicate, but she was so dialed in and expressive that people still walked away remembering her. It didn't matter that she didn't have all of the words. The energy translated anyway. And no matter which collab Gigi participates in, you just know there's going to be endless clips created from it.
She fell.
Shout out to the Gigi Clippers.
She fell. Rama fell off.
There's a full-time job clipping.
Oh, say something. Why'd she leave?
We killed her. I'm gonna give mouth-to-mouth her dead body.
Oh,
I'm good
now.
Before she was a VTuber, Gigi Murin wanted to be an author. Her goal was simple, to evoke emotion. But as she'd later admit, writing is hard. And
it
for
sure
a
can
time,
be.
That dream was abandoned in favor of another. Becoming
A Gremlin.
League of Legends streamer.
Why would you do
I
that?
really liked reading as a kid, and then somewhere along the way, I stopped wanting to write because writing's very hard. The trajectory of my life where I wanted to be an author and then I wanted to be a League of Legends streamer, and then now we're here. And I am getting the things that I want from writing, but through roleplay.
She hadn't failed, she had transformed.
Yeah, that's energy transmutation. You take what you're interested in and what you're good at, but if you no longer feel that passion, you can transmute it into something else and still have that artistic expression. Yeah, absolutely. You guys should do that. If you fall out of love with something or if you get burned out, just take whatever that original spark was and put it somewhere else. And then, hey, you might just become successful from that thing.
She found a way to merge her two great passions, storytelling and live performance. But what does it actually look like when an author with a gremlin's brain has to write a novel live in front of thousands of people with no outline? Well, it looks a lot like Panic, followed by a stroke of genius.
But I opened up Google Doc and I wrote 2 words, once upon a time, comma, and then I stared at it for a good 5 minutes. I was like, nah. I'm not gonna do it. And I was like, I'm not feeling it. And then I closed it. And then started to stream and ended up writing a book anyways.
This is the core of Gigi. The pressure of a live performance isn't a distraction for her. It's actually her final ingredient. The pressure forces the creativity, and the result of this process, it works spectacularly. In the massive Hololive event, Enigmatic Recollection, her improvised tragic romance arc became the talk of the community.
My dear sweet Pearl.
I am your Pearl?
I heard that you had gotten your memories back.
Yes, and you are my dear husband.
Jonathan G.
I am just a mere humble knight. I am Jonathan G. It is nice to meet you.
Oh, Jonathan G.
What is your name? My sweet Pearl.
My name is Amelia Watson.
She hurt you?
I'm a detective.
Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you, Amelia Watson.
I will see you around, Jonathan with a G.
I will see you around. Farewell.
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 Seems that the worst, what we feared, has come true. And not even the Queen can save me. Are there any gods out there?
To have your audience feel something so deeply, that is the dream of every author. And Gigi's reaction to all this beautiful and heartfelt pain, it was perfect.
You are in pain, and I am laughing. Thanks for crying, guys.
And the community agreed, calling it absolute cinema and true peak fiction. This ability to turn absolute nonsense into compelling storytelling, that's kind of her thing. And nowhere is it more obvious than in the moment she broke the fourth wall and Mori Calliope at the same time. It happened during one of Hololive TTRPG streams. Gigi had built this intense, tragic backstory full of loss, desperation, and of course, emotional emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Her character wasn't just unhinged, she was unhinged but with lore. And somehow, in the middle of all of that, Gigi pulled off the ultimate move. She forced Mori Calliope, which was the GM, the storyteller, basically the one that was supposed to be in control of the game, to stop role-playing as her in-game character, step outside of that role, and just be Mori Calliope, the VTuber,
Lol.
the person. All because Gigi's character in universe started praying to Mori. And Mori had no choice but to answer. Suddenly, this wasn't just Gigi talking to the game's god, it was Gigi talking directly to Mori Calliope.
Crazy how
It's
that
one of those
worked.
moments that perfectly sums up her power. She drags you into her world, and before you know it, you're just playing along. You're
Yep.
part of the bit, and the
Yep.
more seriously you take it,
That's really
the
good.
better it gets. You can't fight Gigi. You can only get absorbed into her bit and pray you survive it.
Suppose that is what the Lord likes.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. You hear
Yeah,
a
I'm
voice in
cool
your head
with it.
saying,
You hear
yeah.
a voice in- Bro, shout out to the animators, man.
I don't even want to give up on me.
Yeah.
What does the Lord think about cannibalism? More Calliope? Is that the word?
I'd prefer that we not eat each other.
My Lord says cannibalism is wrong.
My brother George, he's also my love. My love for the
Brother,
rest of
huh?
my life.
What? More Calliope, you could wait.
Colonel, we have an issue.
I don't like it.
More Calliope, will you please answer me?
What?
I prayed and I prayed. Have I not been a good soldier?
Yeah, you've been alright.
A VTuber's 3D debut is a landmark event. It's typically a polished showcase of idol-like singing and dancing. But on August 2nd, 2025, Gigi Murin didn't just have a debut. She basically orchestrated a fever dream. It was a deliberate, brilliant subversion of everything people expect from a 3D debut. The reaction was immediate and wild. Even the Japanese side of the fandom was completely floored. Her 3D debut was pure mayhem in the best possible way. And it wasn't just memorable, it was also unforgettable. The kind of stream where nobody could tell if it was scripted, scuffed, or genius.
I was hit by a truck and reincarnated as the protagonist in a fantasy world, but then a horse ran me over, and now all my friends are cardboard? Question mark. What?
And that's exactly what made it so Gigi.
And I want someone to remember it because of how confused they are. You had to use your precious brain cells to take psychic damage from my 3D, and I will consider that a success.
Her goal
W.
wasn't to be polished, it was to be unforgettable. She had this list of bizarre, non-negotiable concepts and a core
And it
artistic
worked.
principle she repeated to staff from the very beginning.
So I come in here and I'm like, no, I want it to look like shit. The worse
I
it
want it
looks,
to
the
look
better.
like
So
shit.
what did she do with all that creative freedom? She gave us a full-on isekai arc. There was a dragon, there was a wizard,
Let's go.
a real what-a-dad, and just to top it off, she hired an actual children's choir.
Bro, and you know what I love about this? Like, this moment has to go on all of their careers. Like, if any of these people become J-pop stars, movie stars, TV hosts, bro, all of their IMDb's are gonna have this moment in there, bro. She affected all of their potential careers.
She hired
I love
an
it.
actual children's choir.
My
WGG.
body hurts.
The wind whispers over your comment.
Who are you?
I am the greatest wizard in all of the Gremlin Kingdom. Gigi, while he's waiting.
What did you do to me? Wow, I'm so cute and soft and fluffy now.
W merch.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. I work for a Japanese company. I don't know how I got hired.
You're really getting into that.
Peak. This is peak. This is peak Hololive, I swear. Oy.
The best way
I
to
love
defeat
this.
this dragon is through mental damage.
And then in the aftermath, you had the Japanese side of the fandom just sitting there, waiting patiently for the translated clips to come out and explain everything. And
Yeah,
now
good
they're
luck
thinking,
explaining that.
Surely the English fan base can make sense of this nonsense, right? If we just wait a little longer, they'll explain to us what happened. But while the JP community was trying to figure out if this guy was Yago's brother or
Yago's brother is crazy.
they know that the English side was just as
God, like, who is this guy?
so, of course, nothing ever came. Her peers were left bewildered. Her fans loved it. And then Yago, the CEO of Hololive, also confused, literally tweeted, "Who the hell is this old man?" And that's when everyone realized that they
Nobody
weren't going
knew,
to
bro.
get any clear answer
Nobody
anytime
knew.
soon. Because while most 3D reviews are about polished dancing and emotional speeches, Gigi's looked more like a fever dream pulled out of a cursed Google document.
It was amazing.
Apparently, the actual planning meeting with staff was hilarious as well. Gigi was told they'd save money on some part of the production, and someone immediately went, "Okay, well, we used the leftover budget to add like 10 more kids to the choir."
10 more
As if it
kids to
was
the
normal,
choir is
like,
crazy.
This was fine. Cece even said it herself. What the fuck? I get this. And
10
you get,
more
like,
kids
20
to the
extra
choir.
children?
Yeah, that was very
What the
kind, that
fuck?
was very kind of me. We went along with my whims, except for when it was out of budget. At some point they were like, "No, you can't. We're out of budget." But why are we out of budget? But Gigi has like 15 children.
Most members had staff help them plan a neat little segment, but Gigi, she blew her entire budget on summoning children and some old man who looked like he crawled out of an abandoned fantasy novel.
Worth it.
And the best part was, it wasn't random. That wizard, he was a callback to her very first lore video. The same one people thought was too serious for this Gremlin's debut. It all tied together in the weirdest, most
Full circle.
way
We came full
possible.
circle.
And even getting to that point was wild. No one, not even her English speaking team, could figure out what she wanted. She was trying to explain it to the staff. "I want it to look bad, but on purpose, you know?" And
So
everyone
bad
was
it's
like,
good.
What?
It's so
All
bad
she
it's
really
good.
wanted was a choir of children singing while
It's
this
just different.
weird fantasy narrative unfolded in
Yeah.
real time. But how does an idea this absurd, this unconventional actually get made at a major corporation? The answer is trust. A trust she had earned by somehow translating her vision across a massive language barrier over time.
Worth it.
English-speaking people barely understand what I want to do. So can you imagine? I'm trying to convey this to all the staff that only speaks Japanese. The director sign that I got was very kind and very sweet.
He saw the
and
vision.
He just immediately knew what I wanted.
He saw the
and was so
vision.
on board with my ideas. It was a very trust the process kind of thing.
Yep.
There's also another moment where behind the scenes, the staff patted her for a bridge stunt. That was the plan at first, but Gigi being Gigi, instead of using it, Gigi just ends up doing a cartwheel on stage instead. Totally improvised.
Improv.
Which understandably
Amazing.
made the staff hella panicked, but she just nailed it. No hesitation. That's the Gigi effect. She keeps the entire
Gigi
staff on their
effect.
toes because even she might not know what she's doing until
Make it
the
up.
very last second.
Make it up as we
A
go.
bunch of stuff on us to make sure that our limbs wouldn't go crazy. We were literally baby.
Does a cartwheel.
During the MC, I lost the tracker really early on, and then I started doing multiple cartwheels. They told me that everyone was so scared. I didn't know I was gonna be doing 4 cartwheels.
You just made it
So
up.
far, I've explained to you the Gremlin layer and the genius layer of Gigi. But the final, most crucial layer of Gigi Murin is the empath. For her, chaos and kindness are not opposites. They're actually one and the same. It's a philosophy that she calls kindness maxing.
Acts of
Kindness
kindness and acts of
maxing,
kindness
eh?
can be one and the same. You do not have to give up your mischievous ways. You can be both mischievous and be kind.
So
Of
when her
course.
friend and senior Fauna was getting ready to graduate, Gigi didn't just write a card or send a message. She went full-on Gremlin mode, but in the most thoughtful and Gigi way possible.
I was thinking about it and I was like, oh my god, I would love to co-host a show with Fauna.
She built an entire show around one of the dumbest memes ever fake baby coughs. The Coughing Baby Award Show was a weird multi-person collab where Hololive members were judged on their best baby cough impressions. But what looked like a massive joke was actually all a setup. It was actually a secret gift in disguise. A surprise video from Fauna's favorite streamer, Northern Leon.
Huh?
And Fauna's reaction to that was everything. It was Gigi's way of turning something that could have been sad and vulnerable into comedy.
One final thing. I had Rhea chase down this contestant. I've decided to play the video here for you today, Fauna.
For me?
Yes, I will let you see the video. Bring the video in.
Bro, I'm a freaking RCTV, bro. Back in my day, we had to watch shit on this, bro. Bro, please, somebody, if you're in public school, please, are we still using? Is somebody still bringing this into the school for you guys to watch stuff, or it's all on the Promethean board? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below.
Hi, series Fauna of Hololive Promise. It's me, Northern Lion, and you're awesome.
You're awesome. Bro, how much did they pay him for this?
Is this real?
Is this AI?
It is a real video that I had Rhea hunting down. Really precious video.
Oh my goodness.
No way.
It's real.
This was literally the last thing I was ever expecting.
In a moment where most people might go quiet and serious, Gigi turned it into a party. Something silly, something fun, and it worked. She created a memory that Fauna's probably going to carry for the rest of her life. And perhaps that was one of the most profound acts of healing in Gigi's entire career. So everyone was left wondering, wait, was this whole thing actually just a super elaborate ploy? Did Gigi really create an entire Coughing Baby contest, drag half of Hololive into this mass collab just to sneak in a heartfelt goodbye gift for Fauna? And yeah, she did. On the surface, it all just looked like classic Gigi. A weird meme, a bizarre award show, so far out there that no one suspected a thing. But behind the Coughing Baby jokes was a ridiculous amount of effort on her part. All to pull off this surreal, far-fetched idea that somehow ended up being deeply meaningful for somebody. This is what Gigi does best, and that's why we call it the empathetic chaos. She takes something dumb and funny, like a baby coughing meme, and somehow turns it into a moment that actually matters. She didn't spell it out, she didn't make it obvious, but through all the noise and all the nonsense, she made something real happen. Not because she planned some genius emotional arc, just because she cared. And that's the part people miss. She leads with jokes, but it's never just jokes.
I keep refreshing, seeing if she has yet posted about it so that I can retweet it or leave a comment, because she always does that for me, you know.
Fauna, Mume, Mori, they've all said it.
Touching.
She's always in their corner. So when the moment came for people to support her back, they were already waiting. An example of this is during Mume's graduation stream. Every call-in was emotional until Gigi joined. She didn't try to change the mood, she just showed up and did her thing, and suddenly, boom, the energy just shifted. Even after Gigi left, Mume was still talking about random stuff, about Roblox. It was like Gigi snapped her out of it without even meaning to. And that's what I call the Gigi flow. You get swept up in her vibe, and suddenly you're not sad anymore. You're just there along for the ride. She gets close to people so fast that way. Even Mume was surprised by how quickly they connected, just from bonding over something simple, like playing the same game non-stop for a month. It doesn't have to be
what game is that?
Something simple, like playing the same
What is this? This looks fun.
game non-stop for a month.
What is this?
It doesn't have to be deep with Gigi, it just has to be real. So far we've seen the Gremlin, the Genius, the Empath. But to really understand Gigi Murin, we have to go back all the way to the beginning, to the mystery she planted on day one.
Easter
Remember
egg.
her debut lore video? It was cryptic, dark, kind of abstract. It was a broken figure standing alone in a crumbling manor. And for over a year, fans trying to figure it out. Was it symbolic? Was it all just a joke? And then the answer finally came in the form of a song.
My first song. The way it came to be is actually my debut video. I was planning on making it more blatant and apparent. I didn't want people to assume that Gigi Papa was a bad parent because he was the best parent to me. He was a very, very awesome dad, and I'm happy that I can honor his memory.
Gigi Papa, a name barely mentioned on stream, but
This based off her real dad?
when she finally
Yeah, that's kinda
talked
crazy.
about him, it all made sense. In a post to her community, she shared the
I spent a long time reading your kind messages, heartfelt letters, both YouTube, Twitter have been very healing since. It's really present on my mind right now. We're about to have a hard reset with some streams in between. I just wanted to get some words out while I was still fresh. While I intend to talk more about the creative process that went into making the concept of this song on stream, I'm not really good at talking about emotions and feelings, so I don't know how much of that I'll cover. I've been thinking about this for a long time, basically since debut, that I wanted to put something that means a lot to me, something that intrinsically a part of me, has shaped me, and at its core is part of who I am. Ooh, this is some deep stuff, hey?
full story. He wasn't just her parent, he was
I think I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Gigi Papa. He was the biggest supporter of all time. He indulged in my love for anime, brought me and my friends to anime conventions, bought me strange wigs just because I wanted them, taught me about art, music, old television shows, and stars. He never once questioned or belittled anything I wanted to do or any of the dreams that I had, even though I was a really cringe kid. But I was a kid. I don't talk much about Gigi Papa on stream for any strong reason, but mostly because I know it turns into a heavy topic and I typically don't have the mental capacity to deal with this sort of conversation. It's become a defense mechanism of sorts. You avoid talking about something long enough, you don't have to deal with the awkwardness of having to have the conversation with someone on the street that you hardly know. It just gets easier to avoid than it is to confront it. Damn. That's honestly, that's pretty sad, but it's understandable, right? If you want to avoid certain conversations and topics, it's very interesting because if you look at it on a scale, the scale of you have a awkward situation or you have something traumatic happen to you, the scale is in the middle. It's very hard to deal with in general. Maybe you can talk about it, but when you talk about it, you start crying or you have a very large emotional reaction. On the far right side is you've been able to actually overcome this trauma to the point where you're able to talk about it and it doesn't get you too upset. Like, sure, the emotions and the memories may come back, but you're actually able to deal with it. And then from what I'm reading and interpreting, she went to the far left side to the point where it's just they've been avoiding it for so long that it doesn't even register because they've just been avoiding. It's very interesting. I haven't seen something like this before. If you had experience with this, let me know in the comments below. Like, how do you even deal with it? How do you do that? Because for me, with all my trauma, I've had to look at it. I forced myself to look at it and cry, of course, and go through it to overcome it. So whenever something happens about it, right? Like I even made videos like about my ex-wife passing away. Like me crying on camera and stuff like that has helped me be able to move past it. So even when I talk about her now, like, yes, I still have these fond memories of her, but it doesn't trigger me to have like this big emotional breakthrough or this big emotional crash because I've been able to actually resonate with that feeling, that grief, that loss. And then to hear that somebody has done the same thing but in the opposite direction is very interesting, very intriguing. And I wonder, is it something that can be actually solved at the long run? Because we all know at the end of the day, like when we start, well, if you can actually make it to your deathbed, because some of us don't make it that far when we die, but if you can make it to your deathbed, like what is actually gonna pop into her mind when she thinks about Gigi Papa? Like what is that feeling going to bring, if anything, even on the deathbed? Because as they say, your life flashes before your eyes, and I'm sure that's a thing, right? You're gonna run through your entire life that got you up into this point. I'm just wondering, is there some type of emotional pull there, or is like, because the human brain is so interesting, it's so fascinating. I want you guys to go look it up for yourself. Like the human brain is, it's mind-boggling what can happen when you just use your imagination or use your mind and, you know, go through deep meditations and stuff like this. This is so fascinating. I have never heard of anything like this before.
Reason she believed she could create anything.
So I hope you understand if I'm reticent to share or talk about these feelings as part of my boundaries. No, everybody deserves boundaries. It's not easy to say. I think you shouldn't talk about it at all, but have some kindness if I noticeably avoid questions or a message just because I'm not in the headspace to do so. Yeah, that's definitely respectable for sure. Everybody has their boundaries in general, so you know, for sure I respect that. But I think art is beautiful. Art resonates with people in so many ways and affects them differently and speaks to them at different points in life. Art gives you a way to express yourself. All these feelings inside of you concentrated and form like a little ball into one thing. And once it's done, you can just shoot it out into the universe and close your eyes to pretend you didn't do that. So, you know, I'm glad she broke it down like this. I love that she broke it down this way, because absolutely true. Art gives you a way to express yourself. So many artists, it doesn't matter if it's music, it doesn't matter if it's painting, it doesn't matter if it's an invention, right? Artists express themselves through the art because maybe they do not have the skills to actually have that actual face-to-face conversation with themselves about whatever type of trauma or whatever stress that led them to create the art in the first place. But I love how she says, like, you can just, like, say if you're struggling with wanting to end your own life, right? There's many artists that put that into their music, like, oh, I struggle with depression, I just struggle with this and that, and I've been so close, right? And then they put it into their art. And then eventually, because they put it through the art so much, they're either able to let it go because, you know, I've already talked about my depression, I put it into the music and now it's gone. Or, of course, it spirals to the other direction that, of course, is more dark. So we're not really going to tread there. But I love how she says she puts it in, like, she puts that into the art and then she just pretends she never did the shit. She's just like, yeah, man, I have this thing. I have this emotional boundary. Let me put it into my art and then let me pretend I never did it. Like, bro, like, dude, that's absolutely amazing. And like, it's just so fascinating to see it. And like, to know that Gigi Murin, of all people, right, the Gremlin, the memester, the funny haha, like, she was able to really put that into perspective. That's absolutely amazing, and hats off to Gigi Murin for being able to express that and share it with everybody, because like, that's like, even if she expresses it in this tweet, the way that she wrote this, she expressed it in the tweet and now she's never going to express it again. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Gigi Papa basically was the reason behind her, and
I've always wanted to create something to celebrate, a celebration of life, something that just screams, I'll keep going. I don't think loss or grief ever goes away. You carry a part of that with you every day. I once heard it described as, at first it starts off really big and I can't stop bumping into the walls and causing you to get upset, but over time it gets smaller and smaller and it stops bumping into the walls as much. But every once in a while it'll hit the wall and it'll remind you it's there. Yeah, that is absolutely what happens when you're choosing to avoid it. Yeah. When you can hit the wall, but as long as you've been able to resonate with it and understand it for yourself, whether you need to go to therapy or not is, you know, it's to be determined because it's different for everybody. But if you can actually be able to resonate with whatever that trauma is, whenever you do bump into that wall, because it's normal, you're going to bump into the wall, it's not going to hurt you. At least from my personal experience, because it's different for everybody. So I'm not going to say it's like that for absolutely everybody, because that's not true. Everybody's different. But like, to hear that you've been able to suppress it to the point where it doesn't matter, but eventually you hit that wall and then all of that comes back, like, that sounds like torture to me personally, right? That sounds like torture. But to hear that she was able to even do that in the first place, because it's not too often that she's going to run into that wall, but there's going to be times that bring you back to that. And I'm just, it's so interesting to see. And I'm glad she's in a Hololive and she's able to express that pain with her art, because that is actually a really healthy way to start moving towards it and moving past it. Because even if she hits the wall, well, hell, she made a music video about it, or she's made this tweet about it, or she's done so many things. Eventually she technically is working with it. She is facing it. So it's not like she needs to go to therapy or she needs to meditate on it, because she's putting it in her art, which is a way for her to express it. And if for all of you people watching, if you guys are going through something, if you are a creative person, I would advise you to also try and formulate some type of creativity, where it's drawing or art or media or whatever, so you can actually release it, because grief is a motherfucker. It really, really is.
Entire creative identity.
Thinking about it in this way has helped me a lot in the beginning, and I do believe that you become stronger. You carry those good times with you, and it gives you hope for a better future. Sometimes things are bleak and you don't know if there's a way of digging yourself out of that hole, and you've resigned to sitting at the bottom of it. Even though it's hard, I hope you're able to find a reason to stand up and know that I'll be cheering you on. Thank you for entrusting me with your words and stories. I'm happy you're all here in this shoebox with me. Wow, that's beautiful. Very well said, very well said. And yeah, for sure, it's I used to have this phase, a little personal anecdote. I used to have this phase as well, where, you know, I would hear about people falling to suicide and taking their lives and stuff, whether it was famous people like Robin Williams, or if it was like somebody that I knew in real life. Like, I would sit there in that darkness and in that depression, and I would just sit there and I say, you know, I can't wait till I get the courage to actually do it myself, right? And it's not, you know, necessarily courageous to do that, you know, at the end of the day, because you know, it's a hard topic for everybody, and it affects everybody differently. As I'm saying this on a public platform, I would say if you're feeling this, you should attempt to get some help. Don't just sit in it, because it's real easy for it to swallow you up. You know, I've heard stories of people that sat and they resonated and they said, you know what, I am going to do it. I'm going to end my life. Official. And they hyped themselves up, and they finally like sat there and they're convinced. They convinced themselves that taking their life is the best thing to do, and that's what they're going to do. And you hear the story of the people that actually jumped off over the railing, or jumped off the bridge, or jumped off whatever. And as soon as they jumped off, instantly, oh my God, what did I just do? For the people that survive, they immediately, even if they hyped themselves up for that weekend or for days or for months, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, they started selling, giving away their possessions, started writing down letters, writing down notes. They've solidified they will take their life. As soon as they jumped, what did I just do? And at that point, it's too late. There's no going back. But you don't get that resonance until after you've committed to it, after it's already pushed you. Because I don't believe, personally speaking, I don't believe that's really the version of you that is speaking. That's your shadow. That's something that has taken you, and you might have accepted it, but as soon as you've pulled that trigger of, I am resolute, I am going to do it, there's that other part of you that doesn't really agree with it, and that part comes screaming, because you just committed an act that hopefully you can live to regret. But in case you don't, that's you falling however many feet for however many seconds, realizing that you made a mistake. And that's you realizing you made a mistake. Not like everybody else would say, don't do it. So for everybody that's sitting in that darkness, sitting in that depression, and it might be chronic, maybe you might need some help. Maybe you need a therapist. Maybe you need psychedelics. Maybe you need something that'll actually help you, and not just the chemical medicines that are in the hospitals or in whatever. And that's just me personally speaking for that. I'm not a doctor, absolutely not. But I've had my own experiences with psychedelics and stuff like that, and it's not for everybody. So I would advise you to do your own research before you even jump to any of that. But I also trust plant medicine more than I trust the stuff that they put in chemicals, because me personally speaking, I've seen what that does to people. And I've been on these medicines before myself, right? I've been on antidepressants before. And the reason why it worked is because I went from feeling like shit to not feeling anything at all. And to be honest, not feeling anything at all might not be the best solution. It might be better than feeling like shit, but you can move past that. You really can. You need to believe it, though. It's not for me or anybody else to tell you. You honestly have to believe it for yourself. So that's why, you know, I'm taking the time to really address this right in front of us, because this is the heaviest thing that I've seen from Hololive in a while. Like, I know, of course, Gargura and all these other streamers, they all had their own stuff going on, but actually reading this is completely different from a lot of stuff that I've seen. So please, if you guys need help, go get help. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a therapist, whether it's you talking to yourself in the mirror, whatever it's you journaling or meditating or whatever. Try it before you assume that actually jumping off the railing is better than not getting help at all. Inshallah, I pray for your safety. Let's continue.
He was, in her words, my biggest supporter of all time. He indulged in my love for anime, brought me to
is she about to read all this?
taught me strange wigs, and he never once questioned or belittled anything I wanted to do, even how she thinks people fall into this really cynical mindset where it's easier to make fun of yourself than to believe in yourself. And she's seen how people start to believe the self-deprecating jokes the more they say them. So she doesn't want to do those. Instead, Gigi leans into the overconfident ones, the "oh, she wants me for sure" stuff. Not just for fun, but because she wants her viewers and her friends to feel that confidence too. She's the person who hypes everyone up, no matter what. As the animators revealed,
there's a reason why they say fake it till you make it. And there's like we talked about Iron Mouse several videos, like self-deprecating humor will affect you because you are what you feed your mind. Whether you think if you think you can do it, you're right. And if you think you can't do it, you're also right. And it's up to you to really put into your world what you want to be and what you believe within yourself. And that's not me spitting mumbo jumbo. This is real. Like I said earlier, the human brain is very fascinating. As somebody that studies neuroscience, someone that studies anthropology, that's somebody that took the time out of their life to become a certified life coach, I'm here to let you know, absolutely true, what you feed yourself, you will become. So it's in your benefit to believe that you can't, because believing that you can is way more beneficial for your long-term growth. And not only that, whenever you start elevating yourself, you start elevating the people around you. And if those people don't want to elevate, you can leave them behind. You can move and grow on your own. And then people will jump into your life. They will feel your energy. They will jump into your field because you will be resonating at a different frequency. All of life is vibration, my friends. There's a lot for you guys to study. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, there is a lot for you to study. I've spent years doing it, and I will continue to teach it and spread it as I go. You guys can change your lives for the better. Absolutely, you can. And if you believe you can't, you should start believing that you can. Let's continue.
Every detail was intentional. The room growing messier to symbolize being caged in by depression. The two Gigis, one in funeral clothes, one from a happier past, witnessing the slow process of healing. So it turns out that from her very debut, this was the goal, to make things that actually reach people when they need it.
Good.
By sharing her
I'm
own
glad she's
story,
doing it.
the heavy stuff, the grief,
it's
the
real.
loss of her father, she created a space where other people could feel safe sharing theirs too. That's been her dream from the beginning, to make people laugh, sure, but also to inspire them, to be someone who could help others feel understood.
I'm glad she is.
Even if just for a moment. When I first started making this video, I was just going for the obvious, the rise of Gigi Murin. I already loved her content, and I thought she was hilarious, chaotic, and a total gremlin, of course. And I figured it'd be fun to break down how she blew up. But the more I dug in, the more I realized this isn't just random chaos.
No.
There's real intention behind everything she does. Even the weirdest ideas have structure. There's planning, there's storytelling, there's actual care baked into all of it. And that really stuck with me. I already liked Gigi before this, but after going through everything, the streams, the clips, the lore, the way she interacts with her friends, she genuinely touched me. And I just came out of this with this whole new level of respect for her. She's not just entertaining, she's thoughtful, she knows how to read a room, how to flip a moment, and how to build something that sticks with people. And the wildest part is she makes it look so easy, but it's not. It's not
It comes
just
from
chaotic.
experience.
It's actually just brilliant.
Yeah.
Bring on the next baby! There's no collusion in this! Oh god, the horror! I'm twerking!
Okay.
I'm
Here's your
twerking.
feet.
Left for dead.
Oh my god, look at them.
Honestly, there were so many amazing Gigi moments I didn't even
You
get
can't
to
put
cover
them all.
in this video.
You can't
so
put
I
them
want to
all.
hear from you. What is your favorite Gigi moment? Let me know in the comments below. And that's all I've got for today's video. If you've enjoyed the deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a future upload. And if you want
Oopsie.
extra content, reactions, and unfiltered commentary, the Patreon is in the description. And if you want to hang out
check
with
out
the
the
community,
Patreon.
join the Discord at discord.gg/Rima. Thanks for watching, and take a breath, stay curious, and be kind, everybody. From the start, the belief that if you just keep going, eventually you'll break. Her explosive debut wasn't an exit. 120,000. Gigi is also really good at first impressions. It's a full-on men's-eye routine. That classic Japanese comedy style where one person plays the fool and the other stuck. She's the serious one just over time.
I can hear like a.
Was started
Oh,
as a
man.
solo act of chaotic will. She didn't just.
Yeah, reading these scripts,
That's
man.
kind of her thing, though. She's like the. It didn't matter that she didn't have all of the world, but how can I say
Reading the scripts, yeah.
That's the kind of the community agreed, calling it absolute in her universe. Wait,
This is an absolutely amazing video. Shout out to Rima Evenstar. It's so good to see another Rima video. You know, we all grow and do different things as life progresses, but it's good to see that Rima was covering the depth within inside these people as well. So I would love to see that more for sure, because all of these VTubers, at the end of the day, something inspired them to join, something made them want to continue to create, and something has them wanting to share their story. So if it's covered completely like this, I absolutely love to see it. So shout out to Rima Evenstar. Round of applause, everybody. And when it comes to Gigi Murin, you know, this Gremlin has made me laugh. I always enjoyed seeing her clips whenever we were watching Hololive content. And to see and hear about her personal trauma, her life, her past, it's inspiring, and it makes me happy that she was able to really share that. And even though she doesn't like sharing it, she was willing to do it anyway, so more people could resonate from where she's coming from. And I love to see that, man. It's good to learn, it's good to know, it's good to grow. And remember that you guys can do it too, man. Please stay safe out here, continue to grow, learn more about yourselves, what makes you change, what makes you become the version of yourself that you are now. And know that if you're feeling down and you're feeling dark, you can change it for yourself. You just have to believe that you can. And that's all I have to say with it. It's your boy KhunShawn. I appreciate you guys watching. We have a vlog channel, we have a website. If you guys feel like you might need some extra help, you might need some life coaching, you can check out my website down below. We do have paid consultations, but if you really feel like you need it, we can give you a discount. At the end of the day, we're all trying to do something to better ourselves, at least through my perspective. I want to see you guys grow. I want to see you guys become more. Enjoy the entertainment, but never forget to be reflective within yourselves. Look at who you are and who you want to become and work towards that destination. Thank you guys for watching. Check out our vlogs. It's Sinulog here in the Philippines, so Sunday is going to be a crazy party out in the streets, man. And until then, I will see you guys when I see you guys, man. Again, shout out to Rima, shout out to Cover, shout out to Gigi, shout out to everybody. And I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.